Congress is back in session. We're on the resolution calendar. Floor Leader Harper, can you withdraw that 21-20?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to withdraw and place on resolution calendar CR number 21-20. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that resolution number 21-20 be placed on the resolution calendar for action. The relevant rules are still suspended at this point. So let's vote. Those in favor of the motion say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution number 21-20 is now placed on the resolution calendar for action. Chief Burke, read the title.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. CR number 21-20 is a resolution expressing the sincere condolences and sadness of the Congress to the family of the Honorable Speaker of the Bombay State Legislature, Fernando Scallion, at his passing on May 30, 2019.
Okay, there you have it. Motion for adoption, for leader.
So move for adoption of the said resolution.
Second.
It's moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-20. Discussion.
Recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair.
Yeah,
Chairman Russell.
yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I have some small oral amendments that I wish to make on the resolution. In the title, line 1, after the word "the," insert 21st Congress and the people of the Federated States of Micronesia, and continue with the family. And wherever that phrase is found, to be treated as technical. I so move.
It's moved and seconded that the offered oral amendments by Chairman Russell be adopted. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of the offered oral amendments by Chairman Rosamo say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. The offered oral amendments are adopted. We now have CD1. Any further discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote. Those in favor of the adoption of resolution number 21-20 CD1 say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, no. Motion carried. Resolution 21-20 CD1 has passed Congress, has been adopted by Congress. Okay, next resolution.
There are none, Mr.
Short
Speaker.
recess.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Congress is back in session. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Item 20, introduction of bills and resolutions.
Okay, if you have any measure to introduce, give them to Chief Clerk. Next item.
Item 21, miscellaneous communications, none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, item 22 is miscellaneous business. Do you have any miscellaneous business? Okay,
Speaker.
yes, Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a very unimportant miscellaneous at this time. I want to take this time to express my disappointment of what I learned after our session yesterday. Yesterday, I had an amendment to the supplemental bill, and I was very sad because I was thinking that it was our project attorney that was drafting my amendment yesterday. But after session, I learned that the amendment was drafted by our own legal counsel. And all along, while we were discussing the proposed incorrect amendment by my legal counsel, he never revealed that the amendment was drafted by him. He was kind of ignoring all the question as to where Alic was. And in response to that question, Urusmal said, Alic ran away because he knew we were going to throw stone at him. And Lam never said or admitted that he was the one that drafted the incorrect amendment. So this is really pissed me off because this shows the dishonesty of our legal counsel. He should have come out and say directly that he was the drafter of the amendment, and he should have made an apology to me personally as he did a lousy and messy amendment to the supplemental bill. So, Mr. Speaker, this is what I want to express at this time. The Bible said, if we cannot be trusted for small things, how can we be trusted with bigger things? Or if we're not trusted with less important things, how can we be trusted for more important things? So I hope our legal counsel will try to repent from all his dishonesties and try to be honest in doing what he's doing. Yesterday, every one of us was blaming Alic for the bad amendment. But as I said, we blame somebody for what he's not doing. And the person that should be blamed was silent and was trying to make sure that nobody found out what he was doing. And in addition to that, Mr. Speaker, if it were not because of you, I would really go and challenge the confirmation of Lam Tang. But it is because of my utmost respect to you, I decide to not to challenge your ruling. I really want to take it to court because I believe the requirement should be 2/3 of members of Congress, not the members of the sitting Congress. If we want to read page 33 of our existing rule, it says that it should, all those matters that are requiring 2/3, it says 2/3 of members of Congress. There is no way in there or any place in that rule where it says 2/3 of sitting members should confirm or approve the confirmation of LC and chief clerk. So as a layman, not a lawyer, I believe that the 2/3 is clear. It's not ambiguous. It would be proper if the ruling was given out because of its ambiguity. But to me personally, when I read that page 33, it's clear that all those matters in that page should be approved by 2/3 of Congress. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Floor Leader Harper, for your miscellaneous business. It's an important matter, and I hope our LC will learn from that whenever he made a mistake in the future, he must admit to it. He must apologize to whichever member that mistake was made for. So we will take that as it is. For Leader Harbour, I will also apologize on behalf of our staff. I always remember when I first started as a member of Congress, there is this saying that's always stuck in my mind by our good Chairman Original that, what's that? No one is perfect. To err is human, but to forgive is a divine thing. So I always remember that. That's why I have a lot of complaints with our staff also, but I always keep that saying, wise saying by one of our senior members in mind. So for that, Floor Leader, I apologize on behalf of our staff. We will keep reminding them to do their best, utmost best, although I know at times they will make mistakes because of pressure of time or whatever reason. So we'll keep that in mind, Floor Leader Harper. Any other miscellaneous business? Any other miscellaneous business? If none,
I was about to make a miscellaneous business, but I was kind of think twice. First,
yes, continue, Chairman Cullen.
yes, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm with my good floor leader on the issue that it was raised. Yesterday I was really disappointed when we tried to understand the amendment. And our LC was, make fun of it, kind of laughing when we were having confusion of the amendment. And for me, it's really showing that it disrespect this Congress. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, with all due respect to you, I'm going to do a resolution of removal. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your frank observation and feeling, Chairman Cullen. I'll just say this. If this is the feeling of my delegation, I will step down as Speaker. Yes. Okay. So any further miscellaneous business? Any further miscellaneous business? If none, announcement, Chairman Willie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. No announcement.
Chairman Fakir. Chairman Ned. Chairman Perman.
No announcement.
Chairman Romalo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Looks like with your approval, of the request, your Committee on Tiango will continue its hearing on the proposed Kankan bill starting in Kushaye on the 1st of next month. And along
Okay.
with that, I would not support you to step down from the speakers. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Romulo. Please take note, members of Tianco, those who wish to join Chairman Romulo on his ongoing mission to get the Kankan bill done. Okay, make Chief Clerk know about your plans. Okay, Chairman Cullen, announcement.
Speaker, no announcement. Your committee has already done part of their budget hearing, and the resolution that I was about to introduce, I already yield to the Chairman Willie. Thank you.
Okay, Chairman Wale, you,
Thank you. No resolution forthcoming from.
okay. Thank you very much, Chairman Wale. Chairman Coleman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. No announcement from your committee.
Okay, Chairman Rizal.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First, a request to the chairman of JNGO. If the trip, continuing the trip from Kushaye, unfortunately, not even as a member of the committee, but as an interested person, I will miss that because of the assignment prior to that. But I would request that the JNGO committee travel to Yap on July 7, early morning of July 7, which is a Sunday, so I can travel with them to Yap and they can help with my check-in. As far as your Committee on Education, we will start having our hearings if there is need on the nomination for COM FSM member on the Board of Region. I was thinking of experimenting with pooling of the resolution and act on it because of the quorum problem, but I hope that the next 3 weeks will not jeopardize the college. So we will do as fast as we can, maybe the first few days of the next special session. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chairman Rizal. Vice Speaker Moses. Senator Rodriguez. Okay, Floor Leader, it looks like we will continue Monday. So if you have any announcement, then your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to remind our Duke delegation of our meeting this afternoon at 11. And now I move that we stand in recess until 10 a.m. Monday.
It's moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until Monday at 10 in the morning. Those in favor say yes. Opposed, no. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday.